We have a 30-day free trial set up just for you, just for those people that are struggling. Even if you ain't struggling, you ain't got to struggle. I'm coming. Okay, let me stop playing. I'll see you soon.
All right, y'all, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about a comment that came from Portia Williams of The Real Housewives, where she said that successful women attract jealous men. And that is what we are talking about today. So before we went to commercial, Dr. Alicia was giving us some real deep insights on basically, I guess, Dr. Alicia, you were talking about capacity, right? And choice, and how your capacity as a person, as a man, as a woman, a lot of that has to do with the choice that you decide to make, making a conscious choice to have more capacity, right? Or to explore that and be able to reflect and say, okay, here's some shortcomings. Let me do better. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. At PhD Melanin said, I think when folks say raised in a house without a man, they leave out some key words, not just a man in the house, men who are in the home who conduct themselves properly and are leaders. That's very true. So getting back to this is a really deep discussion. And I think that we're kind of getting to the bottom of it, right? Which is, I love that when we're not just talking about something esoterically, and we can just like really get to the bottom of like what the issue is or what it might be and how do we solve this issue, right? We're talking about men who, may be jealous or intimidated by a woman and maybe competing with her. Aisha, how do you think that a man, you can tell if a man is inspired by you or if he's intimidated by you? Because sometimes those can look identical until there's a pattern, right? So how can you tell that? And Alicia, I'm going to throw that to you too. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, great question. I think I'm just going to say something based on what Dr. Alicia said before, which ties into my response to what you just asked me, is, again, the ability to self-reflect, right? Self-reflect and then get help. But how many people are willing to do that? That's the question. How many people are willing to take the responsibility to self-reflect and get the help that they need so they can show up their best self, right? Because it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Somebody has to guide you and help you. So that self-reflection allows you now to get that help that you need or deserve so you can show up as your best self, right? So when it comes to now, how do you know somebody's jealous? I think you're right. They're one of the same. And, but I'm grateful that I haven't experienced that, where somebody, maybe the person because I just tend to choose a man that is a man, meaning a leader. I tend to do that, where I don't have to compete with him. I can rely on him as a partner, because that is what I was modeled, and that's what I want. I want a man that I will submit to his leadership, right? And then the person also, while we're dating, knows that, okay, Aisha is this kind of a person, and they're also comfortable in themselves because they are leaders in their own space to deal with my kind of personality, right? So those things, and then they can compliment me, or say whatever it is. There's no conflict because, oh, she's this way, because they saw me that way already, and we discussed it, that this is how I am,